This is the name of the club.
175.
EU, 100%. I have to say EU. But I've been to like up in the 40s of shows I've been to, like 40-something, 50-something shows. I went to one show in London. It was the Travis Astroworld show, O2 London. And I see a lot of people not really into the music, into more being on their phone or getting a video or some shit. And I feel like I'm one of the few people that see these people on their phone and literally say, get the fuck off your phone, put it in your pocket, and just grab them and throw them in the mosh pit. And then they come back to us at the end of the show and they're like, thank you for doing that. Like, I had the best time of my life. Like, you don't really want to be stuck in like that phone the whole time at the show. You want to be having fun. So that's really, I see a lot of that in the US. People do go crazy. Like, there's a select few of people like that you see all the time. They're going nuts and have a good time. But like, then you go to EU. Like, I went to one show in London. It was the Travis Astroworld show, O2 London. And that show, just the energy was noticeably different. There were phones. There were people that had phones on, but it's not like I want to get a video. It was more like I'm just recording myself go stupid. It's like someone's holding their phone but not even looking at it. Like, it's just on the side. I have this one video, and this was right when Stargazing dropped. Everyone went stupid. Like, the amount of pits that were trying to be opened at a time were conflicting with each other because that's how much energy there was. The pits were like pushing against each other, and then finally you see them break through and combine. It's just crazy. Literally crazy.
I see a lot of guys with whistles in mosh pits, which I fucking hate. I don't do it. I fucking hate it. Every time I see someone with a whistle, I want to slap him. Like, you're trying to enjoy the music and then some fucking idiot, just don't do it. It's annoying. Okay, when an American artist comes to Europe, Europe goes way harder because like America is used to seeing that artist. In EU, we're not used to seeing those artists. So once they're in like Europe or to me in Holland and I'm seeing them, I'm just like, wow, that guy really came here. So you gotta go hard. Like an example is when Travis Scott came to Wuha. Like, the crowd was so intense. I couldn't walk, like, barely. We tried to open pits, didn't even work. That's the most crazy thing I have ever seen in my life, because you couldn't even walk. Like, you tried to open a pit and it would immediately close. Don't you open up the window! Don't you let don't you let
Damn, bro. I mean, the way I look at it, bro, Europe, like, I fuck with them, cause like, just off people, I see people looking at each other, they already know what's up. Like, they already know what's up. There's no words, no nothing. It's just everybody just open up, and it's just like the biggest mosh pit, like, in a matter of seconds. In the US, is way too much talking, way too much people trying to be in the middle. You feel me? It's Europe and New York, bro. Like, those are the top two. I feel like everybody else is just. I'm sorry to everybody around the world, man. Y'all just need to take a flight out here to New York or pop out to Europe, but y'all gonna see the vibe. Y'all gonna see what's up. I mean, I never been to Europe, but just off videos, I already know. And, you know, yours truly right here, you feel me? Straight from UK, like, I already know. The stripes is there. The stripes is there.
All right, so I'm going to give it a tie. And that's just because EU mosh pits are way bigger. But there's a lot more space to breathe inside those mosh pits. Like, you can open a pit in EU and they'll just keep going nonstop. Like, everybody's just pushing back. But once the beat drops, there's air. So compared to New York, the pits aren't as big, but they're way harder, I think. And you were at Rolling Loud, New York. Like, the Sheck West pits, once you open them, like, it was just insane. Like, you couldn't breathe inside those pits. Whereas Europe, I think you can breathe way more. I feel like the European festival is definitely a lot more rowdy, like a lot more fights. Like, people are down to like just throw hands with anybody. Yeah, New York is it's just a different breed. Like you come to New York, any concert, any party, you're gonna have a mosh pit, and everybody's down like to rage. And if you're not raging, like someone's gonna pull you up and like make sure you get in that pit. So that's just how it is. The DJs are all fire. They all play like just the right music that will just get you wanting to mosh. And yeah, no one really messes around. If it's a party, you're mosh pitting. That's just how it is.
It was the first day of the festival. I walk in, literally first mosh pit. I run into you. And I'm like, what's up? Like I see you with the camera. I'm like, let's flex for that. Like, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds later, I get pushed over and I get under, and then half a minute later, I'm standing in front of your camera again with blood all over my face, and my arms and my knees were fucked up. Fucked up, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. After that, I was hurt, and I went to the fucking, what do you call it? Like the first aid people and whatever, and I sat in the tent and they disinfected my wound. And after that, they told me, you can either go home or get drunk, and I chose the second. And I just got fucked up, dude. I barely, like, we just went with the wave, just followed the crowd and just kept on going, kept on moshing, dude. I came home and my arms were filled with sand and shit, but like, it was a heavy festival. Barely see it, but I had some scars on my arm and shit.
At some point, I started jumping off stages, just regularly, just jump, blah, blah. I could jump pretty high, so that was cool. And then people were like, whoa, you're crazy, this and that. And I was like, bro, this isn't even crazy. Like, people been doing this. So I had to step up my game. And I started doing the front flips. And that really gave me my exposure to, like, become a brand. Like, that's the first thing that got me, like, fans, I guess. So, yeah, at that point, I was becoming that right there. And like the risk at doing the front flips is I don't always get catched, and I don't care about that. You don't have to catch me, but at some point it was like really a thing to do it for me. So if I didn't do it that night, I would like feel bad and shit. So if people weren't watching, I would just do it and land on my feet into the pit. I didn't care. Like, and one time I jumped off a stage and it was like so big, like how do you call it? The leap I did, like the arch of me jumping was like so high, the impact on the people was too heavy, and there was this girl underneath me, and I hope she's okay, but I think she got hurt pretty bad, but yeah, it was a good experience, not gonna lie.
I feel like the artists have way more fun in Europe because they be going on like a 2-week run, bro. You notice they go like on a 2-3 week run and they perform like 10 times in 3 weeks. Like I'm talking about like headlining type concerts type shit. I feel like in Europe, like there's way more people who understand the culture of like concerts and festivals. I feel like, you know, especially because I've been going to Rolling Loud a lot, and every year Rolling Loud, like not every year because they be having like 4 of them every year, but every Rolling Loud I go to, like I always see like new people who just like, you know, taking pictures, you know, like they use Rolling Loud as like a photo shoot, or they might use it as like just something to do for the weekend, you know. Not everybody's really there to like be in a mosh pit or really enjoy the music or they just there, you know, for the hype, you know. So I feel like there's more people for the hype that goes to festivals and concerts in the US than it does in Europe. I feel like everybody is just like, that's marked on the calendar. Like when Wireless is over, like they mark the calendar again. Like, yo, like I cannot wait. Like I cannot wait. You feel me? Like I feel like their heart and their energy is really there with the music more than us.
Right when Mamacita dropped, I kind of went really like crazy. I started crowd surfing to the front, and right when this happened, Mamacita was about to finish, and right when the song finishes, he tells Chase B, the DJ, to cut out the sound, and he just sings Mamacita, like Mamacita a cappella. And that's when I jumped over the ledge, and the security guards were dragging me out sideways. So like that, there was like 2 giant security guards holding me sideways in the air. Like I'm spun like that, and they're walking me out. And only thing I'm doing is looking at Travis like eye to eye, and he's telling me, I mean, he's not telling me anything. Like I'm just screaming Mamacita lyrics into his face, and he's walking around the stage as the guards are about to kick me out of the show. And I got so pissed. Like that was like still the beginning, and I didn't want to get kicked out of the show. And then he told the security guards to let me go. So he said, "Yo, everyone stop." And he stopped the whole show. And Travis told the security guards to let me go. And then he brought me up on stage. And then he fucking dropped Butterfly Effect and made me jump off.
Turn the lights on, turn the lights on, turn the lights on.
And that feeling is crazy because, like, when I first got up on the stage, all my adrenaline was gone already because, like, fighting around with the security guards was, like, such a toll. Like, you don't understand how hard it is to do that when you have 2 giant brolic fucks, like, trying to drag you out of a concert, and you're fighting against them and screaming lyrics. And then so when I get up there, I'm like taking my breaths, trying to like recuperate. Like I just don't know what the fuck's going on. Like everything's going so fast. And then he's like, "Yo, turn the lights off, turn the lights off." The lights went black. All I saw was just floating diamonds in the sky because everything was so dark. Because like he has diamonds in his teeth. And I was walking around the stage just getting ready to jump. And once the lights turned off, the gap disappeared from the stage and the crowd. So I got kind of scared. So I didn't know where the fuck I was going to jump, how I was going to make it. But then the beat dropped and I just fucking booked it and jumped and just sent it. I landed in so many people that were crowded to the front. It felt like a cushion. I just fucking landed and I didn't hit the floor for like a good minute. Like I was just floating on people. And then later on that day, some random kid found my Instagram and he DM'd me, "Yo, thank you for that knee to the face, but it's lit." Like, yo, like, I literally kneed the in the face when I jumped, but it's all right. Shit was lit.
Yeah, it's the 175 live. We are live in the mosh pit. It's all mad. It's all going mad now. We are live in the mosh pit. It's all going out. We are live here. 175 everywhere. It's going nuts.